Hello everyone, it's Nodders here, bringing you another video of Battle of Empires 1914-1918. It's been a while since I've done anything, about 5 months, give or take, I think. Currently there are only 2 campaigns in BOE, and as such the 2 campaigns are the French campaign and followed by the Russian campaign. And the Russian campaign is quite good actually. I've already played through quite a few missions, and what they did is BOE originally was you had to unlock all the missions to play them, but considering a lot of people really didn't like that, they wanted to be able to pick, if you want to play a mission towards the end of the last mission in the campaign, they changed that so that people can do that now. I'm sure anyone who plays the game is overly familiar with that. Doing the first mission, which I've already played about 1,000,000 times, it's actually really good. Scouts, August 1914, near the frontier, Eastern Prussia.
August 1914. The Russian army received a mobilization order. Commander of the frontier troops, General Hen Nikichovansky, gives an order to assemble teams of volunteers for sabotage in the rear areas of the German army. The Germans have begun an evacuation of the frontier towns and villages. It's time to give a signal. Seems that no one is here. So, what can you see? Your Excellency, the Germans do not seem to be aware of us, since they are loading the train at the station. Soldiers, you must destroy the train with the ammunition, as well as the bridge over the river. Move out! Soldiers, listen up. Frontal attack is no variant. We will all die. We must find another variant. Engineers, what do you say? We think we can cut barbed wire on the right-hand side of the station, but we'll have to search for a suitable place.
So, as is common with all the Men of War games, the voice acting sucks really bad. I mean, it's terrible. But, the gameplay always has more than made up for the really bad voice acting, which I really don't get, because I personally contributed voices for Red Rising mod. I contributed Australian voices for the Australian Army, and you can get people just for nothing almost to do decent quality voices. So I don't know why they never really tried to get good voices. Just email people, find them or whatever. They have even a voice acting website to find voice actors, if you're like a company trying to hire. So there are lots of resources out there, so it kind of baffles me. I guess it's not something that's very important to them. And also, I do believe that the dev team for this game is Russian, which would explain why a lot of the English stuff is very poorly translated or said. You saw he said variants. I would have been like, a frontal attack is completely out of the question, we have to find a way to flank them. That would have been like, wow, you could have just said that. But anyways, enough of me babbling on, and I'm gonna stop playing. Just one more quick thing, I have to say I love the horse effect because it sounds like a fucking train.
Слушаюсь, ваше благородие. Так точно, ваше благородие. Приказы не обсуждаются.
Oh, Trifon, look. It's far from the patrols, and it's quite big. We can try to cut it, can't we?
Выполняю, господин унтер-офицер. Да, господин унтер-офицер. Так точно, ваше благородие. Слушаюсь, ваше благородие.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just realized that I just remembered they don't even really need to technically cut the wire. You can just stick two infantrymen on these. I don't know what they are. I don't know why they're movable. I guess maybe that was the point to make it easier for you. But he's like, let's cut the wire. So I don't know. But yeah, just doing this because it's like a vehicle. It has the qualities of a vehicle where they're attached to it, and then they just lift it up and can move it. So, you know, that's another thing you can do if you don't want to cut the wire for whatever reason.
Приказы не обсуждаются. Да, господин унтер-офицер. Выполняю, господин унтер-офицер.
Something rather interesting of note, these two Germans right here, these are two Landwehr riflemen that are walking back here. If you actually engage these two guys when they're fairly close to the woods, you can actually have a small firefight and shoot them both. And from what I remember, it does not attract the attention of the larger groups of Germans in this space. Another thing is, shortly you're going to be seeing, I'm going to cut you have to run up to the fence and you cut a hole in it, pretty much, right? So originally, I don't remember exactly where the hole is, but this soldier right here, when they made the map, originally he was permanent. He was facing that direction you see him in now, away from the fence. But in the earlier versions, he was facing towards the fence with his. You see this field of view right here, directly at the fence. So it was impossible to get a soldier inside without him getting spotted and attacked immediately by these. Like I said, you can if you engage them right by the woods, see, like they did right here, you don't have a problem, and the bulk of the Germans have no idea what's going on. And when these two other soldiers on patrol get closer, I probably will engage them as well. But what I was saying about this is it made it very difficult to get into the base, because, you know, automatically your soldier was detected, so it was you pretty much had to sacrifice him. Generally what I do is you just you go in through right here and just put the dynamite like I think like right there, and then just run back out, and it just takes care of everything. Because all these little boxes are full of ammunition and stuff, which reacts violently, and it like literally like takes out, I think, this whole thing, if I remember correctly.
Ах вы шаромыжники! Ах вы шаромыжники! Слушаюсь, ваше благородие!
Right, and there you go. All the patrols are dealt with. Well, at least in the back half. These patrols in the back are very important to get rid of, because you have to get very close to the water, like around here, in order to come over here and blow up this locomotive. Now, what I noticed that you can actually do is these fences are made out of wood, and one of your characters carries a fire in their inventory slot. So what I did was I would take one soldier and I would stick him over here, make him make a fire. It would literally burn down the entire fence. And since it's not soldiers attacking, it's a natural kind of event, so to speak. The soldiers don't get alerted. So then, once the fence is entirely burnt down, you just take a soldier, go in there, and quickly shove the dynamite in and run back out. So that's what I did for that. And you'll see how I do that. But right now, I think it's time to... Oh wait, is there a soldier coming this way? I'll have to deal with this guy if he gets too close. But as soon as I deal with that guy, get a soldier in right here. I have to actually wait for these guys to go all the way around. I think that's new, that they added this patrol. I don't necessarily remember it from my first playthrough. Right, took care of him. Now it should be time to go ahead and blow up that train.
Так точно, ваше благородие! Да, господин унтер-офицер. Приказы не обсуждаются. Да, господин унтер-офицер. Да, господин унтер-офицер. Выполняю, господин унтер-офицер. Так точно, ваше благородие.
So right, actually, he has a regular pair of dynamite, but the soldiers have a thing that's in the grenade slot, but really it's just a stick of dynamite that they throw, because apparently that's what Russians did. I'm not really sure why they have that as a grenade for them, but I'm just gonna switch it out for this dynamite. Makes it a little bit easier because I can just chuck it and then run. And you need this axe, this guy with the axe, because he'll chop a hole in the fence.
Так точно, ваше благородие. Выполняю, господин унтер-офицер. Looks like this fence has been repaired. If we had an axe, we could don a passage in the fence. If you find an axe, you can make a hole in the fence and secretly